If your sleep feels worse in the summer, you're not imagining it. And it's not just because you're busy or off schedule. There are actual physiological reasons your body struggles more with sleep this time of year. And most of us don't connect it until we start feeling more tired, more anxious, more inflamed, more reactive, or more dependent on caffeine. So we think to ourselves, I just need to get back on track. But we don't actually understand what's actually pulling us off track in the first place. Welcome to the Longevity Path with Dr. Ava, where ancient wisdom meets modern regenerative medicine. Let's break this down in a very real way. Because on paper, summer looks relaxing, but for your body, it's often one of the most disruptive seasons of the year. So the health barrier here is the circadian rhythm disruption. Your body runs on a rhythm: sleep, hormones, digestion, energy, all of it follows a 24-hour cycle. If you've been to our practice, you know that we are all about cycles. And this cycle, the circadian rhythm cycle, heavily depends on light exposure, meal timing, sleep timing, consistency, and summer quietly disrupts all of that. Let's start with light. We have longer days, which means more evening light exposure. And that delays melatonin production, your sleep hormone. So even if you're tired, your body doesn't fully shift into sleep mode when it should. Then schedule changes. Later dinners, more social events, kids are out of school or grandkids are out of school. You travel, your sleep and wake times become more inconsistent, and your body doesn't love inconsistency. It has to keep recalibrating. Now add alcohol, which we already talked about earlier this month. Alcohol may make you fall asleep faster, but it reduces that deep restorative sleep. So many people wake up feeling like they slept, but didn't recover. Then temperature. Your body needs to cool down to sleep well. And summer heat, even subtle, can interfere with that process. Now, when you layer all of this together, later nights, more light, more alcohol, less consistent routine, warmer sleep environments, and you get lighter sleep, more wake ups, less recovery, more fatigue. And here is where it starts to matter more than people think. Because poor sleep doesn't stay contained to nighttime. It affects hormones, hunger signals, blood sugar, inflammation, mood, decision making, which is why people start noticing more cravings, less motivation, worse workouts, more irritability, more bloating. And this is where routine disruption becomes a pattern, not a one-time event. Because poor sleep leads to skipping workouts, grabbing quick food, drinking more caffeine, needing alcohol to relax again, and now you're in a loop. This is why I tend to be very direct with patients about sleep. You cannot out supplement poor sleep. You can certainly try. You can't out exercise it, and you can't ignore it without consequences. But that doesn't mean you need a perfect routine. It means you need a few consistent anchors. So if you're someone that feels like their sleep is consistently off, or you're not recovering well, this is definitely where additional support can help. Acupuncture can help to regulate the nervous system and support sleep cycles. Targeted supplementation can also be helpful depending on what's happening. Things like magnesium or 5-HTP. These are just examples, not specific to you necessarily. So please see your healthcare practitioner. And then lifestyle adjustments based on patterns we see clinically can be extremely helpful. Whether or not you're willing to implement them is another story. Those are hard sometimes. But your daily rhythm is what drives long-term results. So keep that in mind. These are only tools that we offer to support you. It doesn't replace the basic daily habits. So, 2 things you can do this week. Pick 1 to 2 of these. Set a consistent wind down time, even if your bedtime varies. Reduce late night light exposure, like phones or bright lighting. Keep alcohol earlier in the evening or reduce frequency. Lower your room temperature slightly for better sleep quality. And that's it, 1 to 2. I hope you found this helpful. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Which action step are you going to take this week? Let us know so that we can support you and keep you accountable. That's what we're here for. So until next time, stay grounded, stay consistent, and build health that supports your life, not just your symptoms.